Why GTA Online is so full of griefers? Most players will tell you that it's because it's full of kids. And yeah, it's definitely one of the reasons, but not the only one, and even more, not the most important one. So let's take a look at top 5 reasons why there are so many griefers in GTA Online public lobbies, ranked from the least important to the most important. By the way, in this video I'm gonna be comparing GTA Online to Red Dead Online. Since these two games has a lot in common, they both were developed by Rockstar after all, but there is so much less griefers in Red Dead Online, it's not even close. Reason number 5. Game literally tells everyone in a lobby to kill you, and it happens constantly. While doing pretty much any money-making activity in a public lobby, you will be marked as target, and the game will offer other players to kill you for a reward. And yes, reward is pathetic, but for many players it will be a good excuse, because technically they are not griefers anymore, since it's a game mechanic. But the most importantly, the game points attention of all the griefers in a lobby to you, and they know that you have something to lose, that if you will die right now during this mission, you will lose time and money, and will be disappointed, which is exactly the goal for the most griefers, to make you disappointed, to make you suffer, to make you mad. Griefers feed on these emotions, and now they know where exactly they can find them. Same mechanic exists in Red Dead Online as well, but only in rare situations, for example for a long-distance trader deliveries. But unlike with GTA Online, you will be visible not for all the players in a lobby, but only to players who are close to you, or to players who are staying in Valentine. Anyway, the chances that someone will attack you are so much lower. And actually it leads us to the reason number 4. Constant visibility on the map. Every single player in your lobby knows your location at any time, unless you are using Ghost Organization feature. So if some griefer is looking for a victim, it's gonna be super easy for him to do. In Red Dead Online situation is different, because you can see other players on your map only if you are pretty close to them. And even more, aggressive players, griefers, are visible on a longer distances, so you can avoid them easily if you want to, because you will see them on a minimap and they will not see you. And even if griefers will attack you unexpectedly, you can hide from them without any problems. And by the way, when Red Dead Online was in beta, all players were visible on the map all the time, just like in GTA Online nowadays. And you know what, there was so much more griefing in Red Dead Online back then. So this mechanic is definitely one of the reasons why there are so many griefers in GTA Online. But the next reason is even more significant. I'm talking about something that doesn't exist in Red Dead Online at all, but it's present in GTA Online, and it's a really important thing for pretty much every single griefer. I'm talking about kill-death ratio. Not only overall character kill-death ratio is important for griefers, but also this personal dual kill-death ratio. You know, you probably received messages from some griefers immediately after being killed, like 1-0, you lose, haha. To be honest, I'm not quite sure why this parameter is so important for griefers, especially in a game like GTA Online. I mean, from mathematical point of view, it's completely pointless. It's not an indication of your skill by any means. I mean, it makes sense to care about this parameter only in PvP matches and only in deathmatch, so there are no other objectives except killing other players. But in a free-roam, person who attacks first always has advantage, and therefore will have higher kill-death ratios than other player, even if the skill is equal, just because this first kill is free. I mean, the easiest way to have an extremely high kill-death ratio is just attack innocent, unexpected players and then just hide and avoid the fight. In this way, your kill-death ratio will be extremely high. And that's exactly what many griefers are doing. They are just trying to boost their kill-death ratio as much as possible. I guess because they believe that it's a good indication of a skill and something they can flex with. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that kill-death ratio, just like total visibility on the map, is still in the game just because Rockstar wants to have as much griefing in GTA Online as possible. I mean, new player getting killed by a griefer on Oppressor Mark II is like the best advertisement for shark cards ever. Because to fight back you will also need a good vehicle, and most beginners will choose Oppressor Mark II just because it's the simplest vehicle for a new player. It's so much easier to control controls than any other helicopter or jet. But unfortunately it's pretty expensive because you will need to buy a nightclub, terabyte, oppressor itself and so on. It looks impossible for many beginners to grind that much money, and that's how Rockstar are boosting shark card sales. By the way, after Cayo Perico heist was added to GTA Online, grind became pretty easy even for beginners. If you're looking for more detailed guide, check the link in the description. Anyway, the second most important reason why there are so many griefers in GTA Online is average age of the players. Yes, I'm not gonna deny it, there are a lot of kids in GTA Online, especially comparing to Red Dead Online. Of course, we don't have any data to prove it actually, because for an obvious reason Rockstar is not sharing that type of information. You know, technically GTA 5 is PG-18, and if Rockstar will admit that GTA Online is full of 12 years old kids, they might have some problems. Anyway, we don't have any actual data to prove that there are a lot of kids in GTA Online, but I hardly doubt that anyone will argue with that. So what you might say, there are a lot of kids, but not every kid is a griefer and not every griefer is a kid. That's true, but on average younger players tend to get bored faster than older players like me. They need constant action, and griefing gives them this action. Anyway, it seems like now I'm trying to prove the point that no one will even argue with, so let's leave it and move to the most important reason why there are so many griefers in GTA Online. Surprisingly enough, enormous amount of griefers in GTA Online public lobbies is caused by some extremely good feature, something that many players want to see in Red Dead Online, but it's not available there, and funny enough it's one of the reasons why there are so few griefers in that game. I'm talking about private lobbies. There are solo session, close friend session, close crew sessions and invite-only sessions in GTA Online. Additionally, you can glitch into solo public lobby, but we're not gonna talk about it here, just because in Red Dead Online you also can create a solo lobby with a glitch, but average player doesn't know about it and will not bother doing it. Anyway, in GTA Online you can create these private sessions and even make some good money there, because Cayo Perico heist preparation missions are available in such sessions. Okay, but how does it affect the amount of griefers in GTA Online, you might ask? Well, it's not affecting the amount of griefers, but it changes the percentage of griefers in each public lobby. So let me explain. Let's say there are 10% of natural born griefers in this game. I'm pretty sure that in reality this number is much lower, but let's use 10% in this example. So let's say there are no private lobbies. In each 20 player session there will be 2 griefers on average. But now, if there are solo sessions, some people will move there for different reasons. But you know what? It's never gonna be griefers, because they are looking for someone to grief. It makes no sense for them to play in a solo lobby, so they will stay. But other groups of players will move from public lobbies to these solo lobbies. For example, hardcore grinders. They know that the most effective way to grind money nowadays is Cayo Perico heist, and the easiest way to complete it is to do all the preparation missions in a solo session, so no one will interrupt you. So let's say out of all the players only 10% are these hardcore grinders, and they will move to the solo sessions. And as you can see, when they are moving from the public lobbies, immediately relative percentage of the griefers in such lobbies is increasing. But there are another groups of players who will prefer to avoid public lobbies. For example, some people want to play with friends only. They will choose invite-only sessions and just play like in a cooperative. Or maybe some players will just decide to have some safer time in GTA Online and hide from all these modders and griefers, and also will prefer solo sessions. Anyway, each time one player decides to choose private session over public lobby, it increases percentage of griefers in these public lobbies. Because I repeat, griefers are not going anywhere, they need to stay in a public lobby to find victims. And it starts to look like the amount of griefers has increased, while in reality there are still only 10% of the whole player base. It's just a lot of non-griefers has left these public lobbies and choose to play in a solo sessions. So having solo sessions in a game leads to more dangerous public lobbies, but I guess it's just the price that you need need to pay, because obviously solo session, invite-only session is a must-have for games like Red Dead Online and GTA Online. People should have a choice, even if there are some consequences. Anyway, it was my top 5 reasons why there are so many griefers in GTA Online. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with me or you have some different opinion, and as always I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe, до свидания.